What's up, WWE Universe? My name is Rain, and welcome to the Angry WWE Fan, where we're going to talk about predictions, results, storylines, and anything and everything that made you or will make you angry, all because of the WWE. And in this episode, we're going to talk about SummerSlam 2019. Is there anything that made you angry? Were you hoping for someone to win a championship at SummerSlam, or everything was fine and you actually liked the results? Let me know. Post your comments down below. But as for me, there were two matches that actually made me a little bit angry. And I'm going to start off with Charlotte Flair defeating Trish Stratus. Now, if you guys saw my predictions video, I mentioned that I think Charlotte will win. However, I wanted Trish Stratus to win, mainly because I am a huge fan of the Stratus faction. So anytime Trish has a match, I always want her to win. But on the flip side, I actually enjoyed the match between the two. I was actually surprised as to how long the match was and how well Charlotte and Trish actually wrestled against each other. It was actually good. So even though my hero did not win, I am still 100% satisfied. See what I did there? Moving on to the other thing that actually made me a little bit angry was Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. I just don't get it, man. I don't get why it had to end in a double countout. I really thought that Randy Orton was the perfect opponent for Kofi Kingston to lose the WWE title to. But like I said, it ended in a double countout, which means that Kofi Kingston is still your WWE champion. What I did like, though, is seeing this side of Kofi Kingston that we have never seen before. I mean, he beat up Randy Orton with a kendo stick after their match. So maybe this is going to be a character twist for Kofi. So instead of New Day, it's going to be New Kofi. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll think of something new. I don't know. But, all right, so those are the two things that made me angry about SummerSlam 2019. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the other matches that we had tonight. First off, my OMG moment was Seth Rollins beating Brock Lesnar. I cannot believe it. I mean, I wanted Seth to win. However, I thought it was too soon for him to actually get the Universal Championship back. So I thought that, he would put up a good fight, but not win. Boy, I was wrong. Seth freaking Rollins burned it down. I mean, talk about heating up SummerSlam. Congratulations, Seth. I mean, you and Brock put up a good main event tonight, and you deserve that Universal title. Now, moving on to Seth's man, Becky Lynch. I was expecting for Becky to win versus Natalya in their submissions match for the Raw Women's title. I wasn't expecting for SummerSlam to start off with Becky versus Natalya. However, I thought it wasn't that bad, but I thought maybe Ronda Rousey would made her huge comeback tonight and pretty much crash into their match and get Becky disqualified, but obviously that didn't happen. However, it was a good match between Becky and Natalya, especially when Natalya hit the sharpshooter on Becky at the top turnbuckle, and then Becky obviously locking Natalya in a sharpshooter, and then Natalya locking Becky in a disarmor. So am I confusing you guys here now? But anyway, when you see the match, you'll know what I mean, but I think I'm kind of like clear, right? Anyway, I think it was a good match between the two. I was hoping for Natalya to win, mainly because she deserves it. You know, Natalya is one of the trailblazers of the women's evolution, and I think she's been due for a championship, either the SmackDown title or the Raw Women's title. Moving on to Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. Kevin Owens still works for the WWE, so that means that Kevin Owens actually beat Shane McMahon. I think it's a good payoff in terms of their storyline, so I am happy that KO beat Shane O'Mac. And then there's Ember Moon versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title. Where do I begin on this one? A part of me wants Ember Moon to actually win against Bayley. However, I don't think that Ember is ready for a championship reign. I think sometime in the future she will be, but right now she still lacks that charisma of a champion. So hopefully, it gets built up, and, maybe in the next pay-per-view or two, she will actually get that shot again to the SmackDown Women's title and will eventually become a champion. Now, let's go to AJ Styles versus Ricochet. I thought it was already predictable that AJ Styles will still win tonight and still leave SummerSlam the United States champion. So I wasn't really shocked that AJ Styles won. And the last two matches, I actually saved these two for last because I wish that these two matches were a little bit longer. And I'm talking about the Fiend versus Finn. This is such a tongue twister for me. The Fiend versus Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler versus Goldberg. I'm going to start off with the Fiend versus Finn Balor. There's really a good history between these two characters that having such a short match like that did not make sense to me. Although I must say that the Fiend's entrance and exit was amazing. It was creepy, but it was amazing because it seems like the Fiend took us to his own mind. I thought it was really amazing to take your audience into that experience of what's going on in your character's mind. So good job on that. But the length of the match, I don't know. I thought it could have been longer, but hey. Same thing with Dolph Ziggler versus Goldberg. I thought it would be, a good legend versus current superstar match, kind of like Charlotte Flair and Trish Stratus. However, the match ended too soon for me. It did have a good comic relief though, because after Goldberg beat up Dolph Ziggler obviously talked trash, and Goldberg ends up coming back out to the ring and hit him with a spear. So that was a good save for me, at least, for not having a longer match. So, you know what? I'm not going to be angry about that. Okay? All right. Now, it's your guys' turn. Now, let me know. Did something make you angry tonight about SummerSlam? Maybe not. So please post your comments down below. I'd love to discuss wrestling with you guys. All right. Until next time, TTYL, Jabronis.